One in the comments already. I'm seeing you, man. I'm seeing you, man, here active, bro. Akeem's in the building. What you saying, fam?
I'm good, my bro. What are you saying? What are you saying?
I'm all right, you know. I'm all right, bro.
Another day, boy. Another day of this drama.
Bruv, bag of drama, bro. Like, bag of drama here. Do you know what I'm saying? That man's just, bruv, I'm just getting through it, I guess, blood. What are you saying, bruv? What are you saying? Patrice Evra, blood. Man, I have to start with Evra because he's the realist, innit? Out of all the ex-United players, him and Robin van Persie, yeah, it's almost like the post-99 players, like, I'd say the 2008 players onwards, yeah, are the ones that we could semi-rely on, not to chat shit, in it.
For real. No, you're right. And it's like Van Persie's always talked sense, innit? You know what I'm saying? And Evra now is being he's the poster boy of now just being upset and having a go at these man finally, innit? And like you said a couple of weeks ago, innit? Like I remember someone saying, I remember on a podcast I done last week, someone said they'll feel they feel sorry for Evra, and I said like it's not. I don't feel sorry for man because like what you said, innit? Like I've felt this my whole life. Like he supported Man United for a couple of years, and if anything, he doesn't feel it as much as we do. Do you know what I'm saying? So
no way.
I'm not saying I don't feel him, and I respect what he's done, innit? But it's not like a feel sorry thing. Like, why would I feel sorry more for him than another Man United fan who's spending thousands of pounds per season going to all these games, traveling hundreds of miles, and then watching this crap? Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Man's season ticket, yeah, is pretty much £1,000, innit? And then you have to think of trips up and down from London to Manchester and that, bro. It's expensive.
5 a.m. mornings and that.
Bro, it's expensive, rude boy, and it's long as well, bro. You're losing your whole day, innit? Sometimes man stays in a hotel overnight, yeah, because it can't be asked to come back down. Like, so all these things add up over the course of a season. Do you know what I'm saying? So when a man's chilling in the studio, gets to watch the game for free and stuff like that, yeah, it's not really the same, innit? But like, I get it. Like, I understand that he's upset. But fam, it's mad for us. It's mad for man. It's mad for man. It's mad for these guys here in the comments that are waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning to watch United play. 4 o'clock in the morning.
Like that, then. So for anyone who didn't know, what did Evra say then?
Bro, Evra just lost his head and was just saying bare things. He was saying obviously the club's a shambles and that. He was saying shit about Oli, and then there was a Maguire thing. Let me get the quotes of what he said about Harry Maguire and Oli. Like, just so I'm not paraphrasing, innit?
While Rants is getting that up, obviously Evra's been very, very upset about the way Man United has been run. A couple of weeks ago, in fact, about 10 days ago, he dropped an IG 20-minute video, as everyone saw, just ranting at the club. But he smartly didn't criticize anyone individually, innit? But now, I think he's had enough. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like that Spurs result just was like, you know what? Man's just going to start aiming at people now because I've had enough of this. Do you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, this is what happens when you get a legend as a manager and even a coaching staff like Carrick, who's also pretty much, he's just, every Man United fan loves him. Every coach, every director within the club loves him. Do you know what I'm saying? Mike Phelan is like a legend at the club. So because of all these people, yeah, it makes it harder for any player like Evra outside the club to take aim at any of these men, because in most of these players, Evra's either played around, who's now coaches, or they coached Evra themselves. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot for them to come out and say this. And unfortunately, this is what I'm saying. Like, don't get it twisted. If we had like a random manager now, who wasn't Oli, bro, the pressure will be peak now. Do you know what I'm saying? It will be peak. But this is what happens when you have a legend as a manager. You add everyone's attaching emotion to the facts. Do you know what I'm saying?
Facts, bro. And brother, listen, I'm not even gonna lie, guys. I've got so many messages in my inbox. Yeah, somebody sent it to me, but obviously I hit the 1 million views yesterday and that, and everyone's been sending me bare messages and that. And my things are mad. I'm on 1.1 now. Probably gonna hit 2 million for the month. So it's another milestone, nearly on 50k. So if you man ain't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. But basically, what he was saying was, for instance, the fact that Harry Maguire has come into Man United team, got the captain's armband, Ollie would have lost the dressing room almost immediately by doing that. Do you know what I mean? And he pointed and he said, listen, at United, yeah, you get the captain's armband on seniority. Yeah. That's what it is. They said Real Madrid spent a record fee on Cristiano Ronaldo. He came into the team. He didn't get the armband. Do you see what I'm saying? That's not how it works, innit? At football clubs. Like, there's a hierarchy. There's a reason why Sir Alex Ferguson gave the armband to certain players, bro. Like, after Roy Keane left, Gary Neville got the armband. Do you know what I mean? Then Valencia had it for a little while. Then Ashley Young had it for a little while. But there's a seniority. There's a hierarchy in the changing room. As soon as you come in and bring someone from outside Man United and give him the armband, it's proof that there's no leaders in the dressing room, one. And two, there's senior players like your David De Gea's, like your other players that are gonna resent that, and you're already creating a potential toxic environment. Do you see what I'm saying?
100%, 100%. And this is what happens when there's no balance. You know, one of the most important things about every football club, every successful football club you've seen, there's balance. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's from the top to the bottom, innit? There's balance in the coaching staff, where you've got very experienced managers with maybe less experienced coaches, or the other way around. It normally doesn't work the other way around, like what Man United is trying to do now, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? And then with the players, you need the same thing. And if you don't have that mix, and you have players who come in, like what Evra's criticised, been at Man United for 1 year, not even performed. Do you know what I'm saying? So stripping away from the fact of if he's a leader, a quality or not, yeah. Like, even if you take that away, he's not even performed to deserve the captain's armband. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So that's one of the maddest things about it. Like, he's not even performed to deserve it. Like, you can't give a man who's been there for only a year, doesn't even understand the club, doesn't, with all due respect to Maguire, doesn't understand elite football. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like he's come from Bayern or something. Do you know what I'm saying? His
brother's been relegated 4 times in his career, you know?
Bro, someone said that to me in the podcast yesterday, and I had to check. I couldn't believe it, bro.
And he's the Man United captain. We got a relegated captain and a relegated manager. We might as well be called Titanic FC, bro.
Bro,
their manager side is sinking, rude boy. Look at the two of them.
Relegated captain, relegated manager.
Later. Imagine that. Imagine you're Paul Pogba. Imagine you're David De Gea, bro. Even Rashford's got more of a shout for the armband than flipping Harry Maguire.
100% he does. 100%. Do you know what I'm saying?
Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like the Maguire, I think the Maguire giving him the captain's armband probably gave him even more pressure to a player that was already not that good as it is. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think a player like him, he probably felt like, I can see the way I've been watching some like back old recordings and that over the last season and that of him playing, and it seems like he's trying to be a man that he's not, innit?
He's trying to do too much. Like I told you, when he's at the back, he takes extra touches. You see him putting his arms up, trying to shout at people. That's not who you are, bro.
That's not who you are, bro. Like, allow it.
He's performing, and he's performing terribly. Do you know? It's almost like he's tried to step out of his comfort zone and grow into the armband, but he ain't got the minerals, bro. Like, he's not that kind of guy. You know what I mean? So he's trying to be the Roy Keane, barking and that. But we saw in the video footage that's come out now when Anthony Martial got sent off, Harry Maguire was nowhere to be seen, blood. He was standing in the back with his hands on his hips. Marcus Rashford's ran over, Bruno's ran over to defend his player, and Maguire's standing there with his hands on his hips, bro. Do you think you could ever see a referee in a player's face and Roy Keane's not right up in the mix of it?
Bro, we even talk about Roy Keane, even on a lower level, bro. I don't know any other captain in the league, besides maybe one or two, that would stop when there's a sending off. They wouldn't sprint to that referee, bro. And sometimes, bro, that's all it is, bro. Like one of the things that pissed most Man United fans off about that game a couple of days ago was the spirit, bro. Man United were 3-1 down, and after what 35 minutes or something. I maybe misquoted. I can't even remember. I don't even want to look at it. Bro, we were 7-1 down at that point, bro. Our heads were gone. Our heads were dropped. It's not, bro. And it's not even like our heads were gone in the sense we were angry and we were kicking at stuff, bro. It was almost like we were deflated, and that's when you need a captain to wake everyone up. And these all or nothing, bro. Let's be real, innit? All or Nothing documentary is fluffy in it. Everyone knows there's a lot of probably stage acting, especially from Jose. That's what he does his best in it. But it brings a great insight to the importance of those changing room conversations. And when you go into the changing room, and it took me a while, I'm not gonna lie, to even understand. And it took the world a long time to understand the importance of the likes of Henderson's or the Eric Dyers. Because everyone was wondering, why does Jose like this done so much? But bro, that's because when he goes into the changing room, he's not chatting rubbish. He'll be shouting. Do you know what I'm saying? So
it's the intangibles, in it. It's the stuff. It's not their ability, but it's the presence that they have and what they bring to the team. Harry Maguire brings nothing in terms of ability and nothing in terms of a presence as a leader. Do you know what I'm saying? That's just it. Like, if there's two types of captains, there are captains like Jordan Henderson that lead by example and by influence, and then you have captains like Aubameyang, who lead because they're the best player in the team, innit? That's how they lead. Maguire's neither.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is he captain?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is he captain? There's nothing about him that's captain material, bro. There's nothing at all. Jesse Lingard, if there's any beef, he's the first one to back it, and he's one of the smallest players in the team.
Straight.
And Harry Maguire's just standing back there.
Straight.
I've seen Jesse with his hand around man's throat and that. And then Harry Maguire's standing there watching Martial gets elbowed and that, and he stands there and does nothing.
Straight up.
Nah,
bro,
mate.
It's just mad, bro. It's just,
and then people want to defend him.
The whole and you know what? That's the one positive that we're gonna have with Cavani in it, because Cavani does not take crap. Do you know what I'm saying?
He's a madman still.
Cavani is a madman, and he's like a box-to-box sort of striker. He will sprint onto the back and shout at man. Do you know what I'm saying? And if he's not talking English, man will run back and sprint and shout. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's probably what Man United needs, that addition. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not what we wanted, but at this point, do you know what I'm saying? When you look at the reflection of it, Man United don't have enough heart. There's not enough heart in that team. Luke Shaw, and I don't want to cuss. I don't want to be weekly cussing Luke Shaw, but he's another man that I can never see him shouting at man. You know what I'm saying? I can't see him having a go at man like that. And the reason why I'm mentioning people like Luke Shaw is because he's supposed to be one of the senior guys now.
He is a senior player. What? Was he 25? 25, and he's been in the Premier League for 7 years and at the club for nearly 6, I think. 5.5.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I'm saying?
And he's come out in the game and said, "Oh yeah, that was kind of embarrassing." Kinda. You got clapped 6-1 at home, and it's kind of embarrassing, bro.
What made me laugh about him though is that he said that flipping he is excited, or he wants Man United to buy more defenders. I hope he understands that he is going to be one of the first people to be dropped.
Bro, he doesn't mind. He's sitting on the bench making his money. Do you know what I mean? Which is what he's really about anyway. Let's be honest. This guy has no intentions of being a top footballer, because if he did, he would do basic things like keep himself in shape. Do you see what I mean? Like he has absolutely no interest in being a top footballer. He's made it, bro. He's very comfortable. He's the definition of comfortable. You know, when people get into a relationship and they get complacent and they put on weight. That's what he's doing. He's in a nice long-term relationship with Manchester United and he's comfort eating, bro. This is what it is, innit? Like, he knows when he comes home, he's got his meal on the table. His missus ain't gonna leave him. You know that much. She got nowhere else to go. It is what it is, bro. She's already in love. She's committed. You know them ones. It is what it is.
It is true. It's true, boy. And sometimes he's the sort of man. It's man like him who's probably sometimes sitting on his sofa some days thinking, "Rah, I can't believe I'm still at Man United." You
can't believe it. Like him, Phil Jones. These men must just all go out for a meal, and just sit there and laugh, blood, for an hour straight. Just fucking belly laughs, bro. Because, bro, their life is mad. Imagine waking up on 180, 190 grand a week, to be Luke Shaw, bro. Fam, no one can tell me anything, you know. I'll just be sitting there pissing myself laughing, bro. I'll just be like, nah, no way, blood.
Trust me.
It's mad. Imagine when you're driving to Carrington every morning thinking, fam.
Yeah.
Man's driving past like Sports Direct thinking, right, I should probably be working in here, but man's going to training and that. It's all mad. It don't make no sense to me.
Yeah.
The guy, it's a disgrace, isn't it? It's an absolute disgrace what's going on, and there's loads of players. There's loads of players that need to sort it out. There's loads of players, like I seen a clip of Donny in training now with Holland. How this guy can't get a game for Manchester United?
Who
is beyond me. Donny van der Beek, bro.
Oh, Donny. Okay.
He's literally our top 5 best players.
Yeah.
And he's not playing. And you see things like that. Ultimately, when Oli gets sacked, because it will happen this month.
What?
When he get, bruv, have you seen our next 5 games? Guys, put the next 5 games up. The next 5 games, we have Chelsea, we have Arsenal, we have PSG, we have Leipzig, and we have, I think, Newcastle or Everton. Where he's getting sacked, bro. He's probably losing 4 of those games. He's getting sacked this month. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where I said it, man. If he gets sacked at the end of the month, I get my 50K and my 2 million views, bro. I'm booking a nice hotel. I'm going to treat myself, bro. Swear down. I might even get a cigar, blood. You know that one? Feet up, get a cigar, bro. I might even get one of them straw hats, blood. And you know what I'm saying?
You know what? This is one of them occasions, though, yeah, that I would really respect Oli, yeah, if he just steps down. Man shouldn't wait until he's even sacked, because sometimes, yeah, it's not even like, if you were like a LVG or Mourinho, yeah, fair enough, you can still have that ego about you where you're like, I can turn this around, I'm still good, blah, blah, blah. But with him, he should just look at himself in these next couple of weeks, yeah, or these next 10 days until the next game, whenever, and just think, rah, maybe this, do you know what I'm saying? Bro, if he left the club, if he stepped down, people would respect him more, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Rather than wait until he burns his team into the ground and we're 13th or 14th and then he gets sacked. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the only saving grace so far this season is that Man United, we're only 3 or 4 games in. Do you know what I'm saying? So whatever's happened in his first 3 or 4 games, we got slapped up by Spurs. We can turn it around still, innit? It's still early in the season, especially because all the other teams have been a bit shaky as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's still not too late. So if we can turn it around after the international break, I mean, this would have been a perfect time, innit, to change manager. But obviously, we're dreaming, innit? We're California dreaming in that. But that would have been the ideal time, innit? Because I feel like if Man United wait until they got 10 games in, if we're 10 games in, we're too late, innit? That's it.
He needs to get rid of it, bro. They need to get rid of the manager. And there's a lot of players that if we get a serious coach, they're not going to be here. Yeah. That's just how it is. They're not going to be here. Oh, you guys slap the like button. 1.8K watching. Let's try and get. We want at least 1,000 likes for the show. So mods, get on it. Big up everyone in the building. Let us know where you're watching from as well. But
I still can't believe man's been relegated 4 times.
4 times, bro. 4 times, literally.
How can you be? I don't even know any other players probably relegated.
Who's been relegated 4 times? Starts for England and captains their club.
Bro, even Yo-Yo man, even them Yo-Yo man like Dave Nugent and that, or whatever his name is. They've probably not even been relegated 4 times in that. 4 times, you know,
bruv. Understand, yeah. And the man said Bruno was sticking it all over Matic, yeah, and Maguire in the changing room, and he got pulled off at half-time last game. So I think that the changing room's falling apart now, which is the perfect time to get rid of this manager, bro. Because Bruno, one thing about Bruno, yeah, whether he's your kind of footballer or not, like, this brother is not having it in it. Like, the first day he stepped out on the pitch, I saw him bollocking Daniel James, and I was like, you know what? He's got the kind of mentality to be here, innit?
Great.
Bollocked him. I don't give a fuck if he's young or whatever. He was screaming at him. You know what I mean? Bruno's on the ball. Dan James is standing in front of him asking for the ball. And Bruno said, go fuck off down the wing, bro. What are you doing standing in front of me asking for the ball and there's bare grass over there? Do you know what I mean? And when I saw that, I was like, yeah, Bruno, like he's got the mentality, innit? And the facts are, yeah, as much as Bruno, I'm not his biggest fan, yeah. Bruno for Portugal is 1,000,000 times the player that Bruno for Man United is. And that's because the system lets him down, bro. Do you know what I mean? And it's not just him, it's every player. Rashford suffers because of the system, because Rashford's not too clever in it. So, like, you can't give Rashford too much space and too much time because he'll do the wrong things, isn't it? Like, he needs to be on a leash, bro. If you give Rashford freedom, he smothers his own work. Do you know what I mean? Martial gets isolated. Like, most games, he's averaging like 10 touches a half and stuff like that. That's not good enough. How have you got your most technical player on the ball, yeah, not getting on the ball? So I think with Cavani, we're going to see Martial go out to the left, which will be brilliant because that's what we need. We need to be getting him on the ball.
Where would Rash play then?
On the right. Play him on the right, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Play him on the right, bruv. Rashford can cross a ball. And if you cross it, Cavani's got a big head, bruv. He'll score some headers, bruv, if Rashford's putting some crosses. Do you know what I mean? It's worth trying. I'd love to see Rashford on the right. I mean, that's the one place we haven't really seen him. I think that he's got all the attributes to be a top right winger. Do you know what I mean? Because when you play on your stronger side, you ain't really got much choice but to go down the outside. Rashford can beat a man for pace.
With Rashford, though, he's just got to decide in his next year, innit? Like, what is his long-term position going to be? Because he's not
better than Martial on the left. He's not.
Yeah, he ain't got the attributes to play down the middle either. Like,
no, he doesn't.
Which is a shame because 2-3 years ago when he burst on the scene, that's what people thought he'll be, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like,
he's actually, when you deep it, he's just Theo Walcott, bruv. I swear down. You see, when you deep it, yeah, Walcott wanted to be a striker for bare long, and Wenger was like, nah, you're not. And then he played through the middle, didn't work out, and then when he got stuck back out on the right hand side, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
and Theo scores goals, but ultimately he's just like Theo, blood, with a bit more drip, blood, a bit more force. He's just Theo with a Gucci belt, blood.
Well, and to add to that, he's also, he's got a great PR team around him as well, which adds to it. And that's important. And that's important. You know, we joke about that a lot, but that's important because otherwise you could easily come across. He's made sure like he comes across in the right way on the pitch and off the pitch, innit, which is very, very important to him. So, yeah, man, I don't know. Hopefully, he's better than obviously what Walcott was, because Walcott ended up just being that flipping circle button on the PS4 pad. You know what I'm saying? He's just running everywhere. You know what I'm saying? He weren't doing anything else at one point. So Rashford's just got a, I don't know, man. I also don't know. It's almost like Rashford's gone backwards in terms of like his ability to beat a man. Like when he burst on the scene before, bro, like defenders were scared of him when he was facing one-on-one. Now he's just doing the whole kick and run stuff, like run around the player thing. Like, bro, trust me, if you watch some of the last couple of games of him trying to beat a man, bro, it's just like, do you know what I'm saying? Schoolboy things. Like,
but I think that it's because I think his confidence is at an all-time low, bro. I honestly do. I think his confidence is at an all-time low, and I think that he has lost half a yard of pace from the injury. You know them ones, because he's quick anyway. People don't notice that, but he used to be blistering, and now he's not blistering anymore. You know them one. Yeah, and that's what it was.
Bro, when he first burst on the scene, he had ridiculous pace, bro. Like, it was ridiculous. Do you know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's slowed down now. But it's going to happen with certain players, isn't it? Like, they're just not going to be able to carry out that speed for the rest of their career. Like, I was saying the other day, like, again, like, I don't want to keep back on Luke Shaw, but Luke Shaw used to be very, very fast, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did.
Very, very quick. That was one of his biggest benefits. Now
he's still got good recovery pace, though.
Good recovery pace, yes, but now it's not like, bro, it's not like he's crazy on burners. You know what I'm saying? Every time he gets the ball, he's gonna fly past man. But he's good at recovering, and that's probably what saves him half the time, innit? But
it is absolutely. Because his actual positioning is mad, bro. You saw in the 6-1, bro. His positioning was at fault for quite a few of the goals.
Bro, trust me. I watched them highlights once. I'm not watching it again. I'm not seeing them highlights again.
Super chat. Look at AD technical director. Spot on, bro. Yeah. Like, I think we're seeing in modern day football that every team has a technical director except for Manchester United. That's why we're the worst run team in the world, bro.
Look what he's done for Chelsea as well.
Yeah, bro. Like, Chelsea have Petr Cech there. They've got ex-players as well. They've got Carlo Cudicini there as well. That works with the players. I think they've got a few other ex-players. I can't remember. Obviously, Lampard and Jody were ex-players anyway. But they've got a few other ex-players working behind the scene. I'm sure there's Chelsea fans in here. You can remind me. I know there's a few more there. But they've got them, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? And they know the club. And also they're doing a role that's very vital. So until United get these things, people can say, oh, the United premium and all that. I don't think this United premium exists from football clubs. I think that the premium is because Ed Woodward's a flipping bellend, and they know that Ed Woodward doesn't know what he's doing, because nobody used to do that to David Gill. There weren't no premium when David Gill went in. You know what I'm saying?
And that's when Man United were bigger. Like, in terms of successful, they were more successful. So if anything, they're more the times, and not even more successful, the gap between Man United and a lot of other clubs in terms of stature was a lot bigger than it is now. So if anything, back then, it would have been harder. you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But
Absolutely.
but you know what? But like I said, like the whole Wood thing just pisses me off in it. So no one understands the logic in it with the way that the club is run at all. Do you know what I'm saying?
But
But
there is no logic. This
there's
is
no
the
logic.
thing. There's no logic.
Exactly. So now we have to keep Ashley and Joe Cole as well, yeah. But we have to just keep with what we've got now for at least the next 3 or 4 months. I feel like Man United, one thing I would say though, whether we got Sancho or not, if we do not fix the system, the tactics, and the manager, then we ain't gonna have do you know what I mean? We weren't gonna suddenly be in a title race or something if we had Sancho and flipping any other player that anyone wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You need a good mix of everything. Yeah, it will be more improved, but only because of ability. That's it. Do you know what I'm saying? So fundamentally, the club is run terribly at the core, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? In terms of mismanagement of finances and buying players at the wrong time and overpaying for players and not paying enough. But at the core level, we still have a good group of players that should still be up there, innit? In terms of top 4 or even better, pushing. If we had an elite coach, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's it. Sometimes we got to look at it like it's as real as that. It's not. Obviously Woodward is mainly to blame, but at the core of it, we need to do with what we've got right now. What day is it? 4th of October, 7th of October. What we've got right now, and what can we do with it? And the only thing that we can do is sort the tactics out and start working. Do you know what I'm saying? Putting some string of wins together and actually making things happen. Simple.
Facts. Are you, man? 2.2K in the building. Slap the like button. We should be on 1,000 likes. How many likes are we on, mods? And I'm seeing you, man's the shout Oligonosaurus and that. You're damn right, blood. The fossil football, blood. Do you know what I mean? But he'll be extinct soon, so it's fine. You know, like that. That's exactly what it is. Oligonosaurus with the fossil football, man. It's disgusting. And you know what it is, yeah? If you're going to play a 4-2-3-1, you need to coach it, innit? You need to coach it. Ollie's come in and he's adopted the 4-2-3-1 from Jose, but he hasn't coached it. He hasn't coached it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because when Poch plays the 4-2-3-1, he doesn't play any wingers. You can play 4-2-3-1s with Roman 8s, Roman 10s, whatever. Do you know what I mean? You don't play wingers. Your width comes from your fullbacks. Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka don't get wide enough and put in enough crosses, etc., etc. We've got Donny van de Beek that would suit that system perfectly. Doesn't play. We're playing Matic and Pogba in a double pivot. There's no real mobility in that double pivot. Pogba's quick, but Pogba's not. He's not explosive, innit? Like, Pogba's powerful, but he's not explosive. So he gets beaten across the ground by a lot smaller players that are in that area. If you saw what Ndombele was doing between Matic and Pogba, easy work for him because he's smaller, he's more explosive, and he's quicker across the ground in tight pockets. So them two were chasing shadows. When these two come up against nippy midfields, they're going to get overrun every single time. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. You have to play Fred. You have to.
You have to for that reason. And that's the reason why Spurs and Arsenal have players like Partey and Ndombele, because they have those attributes. You know what I'm saying? And you need those attributes. Maybe a Matic 7 or 8 years ago would have had more towards those attributes. Do you know what I'm saying? He was never really that player anyway, but definitely not now. Do you know what I'm saying? He's leggy now. Do you know what I'm saying? He's not. He can't be that man. And obviously Pogba, we know what Pogba's strengths are. Do you know what I'm saying? So Man United needed to fix that problem. And if you're not going to fix a problem, listen, I don't always like being one of them fans who just says we need this, blah blah blah. Sometimes, look at who you've got. Like you said, you've got Fred and Donny who's sitting on the bench, and make use of them. Do you know what I'm saying? So if that means changing the formation, you change the formation. Like, I don't understand why you've got to keep this same formation and then try and make players play to fit a tactic that you don't even believe in yourself. And that's what Ollie's doing. He don't really believe in that tactic himself. He probably doesn't, because if he did, we would have a clear style of play that he would have made those players change to. And you can see the way Matic and Pogba play. It's not clear. They've not changed their way that they're playing. They're just playing they're playing in a formation that doesn't suit them. So he's got to change the formation. And this is a great opportunity for him in the next 10 days. When it comes to that next game, change something. You don't have to change nothing too drastic. Make a change in the formation or with the personnel. I want to see Fred or Donny playing. Like, that makes sense.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, he doesn't know what he's doing, because I remember when he beat we beat Manchester City, and they were like, oh yeah, like Ollie's beat Pep, he knows what he's doing, this, that, and the other, bro. Pure luck, bro. You see these 5 at the back things, yeah? Like, the thing is, if 5 at the back was getting us loads of success, which it was, and we weren't conceding goals, why didn't he stick to it? Chelsea won a fucking league in a 3-4-3 formation. So if that formation actually works, yeah, why not just keep it, bro? You know them ones. Like, the most joy we've had under Ollie has been in that system.
Yeah.
But why not just keep it then? Why not just keep it? Because Maguire's better in the free. If you see what Arteta's done at Arsenal, he's looked at the back line and said, you know what, they're leaking too many goals. I'm going to add an extra defender to shore it up. And it hasn't made Arsenal more negative, because they still play good football.
That's as real as it is. It's like the whole point of the fact, yeah, to keep it 100. If you play 3 at the back, usually it's because you don't trust your defense, isn't it? Or you don't trust the midfielders to track back at some point. In this case, Man United just need to play 3 at the back, because obviously that is what is needed, isn't it? That's what's needed. It's clear. None of our no 2 of our centre halves are good enough. Do you know what I'm saying? And we don't have midfielders who are dynamic enough to protect that back line. So we need to play
just Fred,
but he's not. He don't like Fred, so he's not.
He doesn't.
Play. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, you need to play 3 at the back. Yeah. And play them at the back. Do you know what I'm saying? Play Lindelof, Bailly, and Maguire, or whatever you want to do. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know how he's going to do it. But one of the things I wanted to even touch on, bro, which is interesting about this league season, which is why it's going to be a very unpredictable season, is it seems like a lot of teams now, coupled with the games just happening every 3 or 4 days, a lot of teams are starting to work out the high press now. People are starting to work out. People are starting to work out the way people have been trying to play for the last 3 or 4 years. In 2016 and that, when Liverpool first adopted that high press and a lot of other teams tried to copy it, now it's almost like, bro, like I said, when that Villa game was going on, do you really think like Liverpool could just play the same way every year in, year out, game after game, and no one was just gonna literally train to beat that high press? It was gonna happen. And my point, what I'm making with this whole thing is, Man United need to adopt their own style of play. Stop trying to play like other people. You know what I'm saying?
But that's it. But that's where the arrogance comes from, Akeem, bro. Like, a lot of these guys here might be younger guys, innit? So there's this false myth that Manchester United used to be a counter-attacking team. We never were a counter-attacking team. Never. How can you be a counter-attacking team with Roy Keane and Paul Scholes in the middle, bro? These man dominated midfields, bruv. Them man weren't letting other teams have the ball and then counter-attacking them.
Not just that, Beckham didn't have no pace.
Bruv, we weren't no counter-attacking team with David Beckham and Gary Neville on the flanks. There was nothing counter-attacking about Man United. But you know what they were? They were direct and they broke quickly, bro. When they won the ball. But they weren't a counter-attacking team that sat back and then hit people. Bro, we had more of the ball than everyone. The only team that had more of the ball when we played them was Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Only team. And we used to go with an extra midfielder and they usually Phil Neville kicking the shit out of them. Do you know? Or Darren Fletcher would come in. Do you know what I'm saying? And we would literally just rough Arsenal up and we allowed them to have the ball. But no other team was allowed. We didn't respect any other team in the league to let them have the ball like that. We ran through teams. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what we did. So that arrogance, that front foot football, we haven't had that. We haven't had that. Post LVG. LVG was the last manager we had that we actually monopolized the ball.
It's true.
The last one. And then after that, it was Jose let them have it. And then Ollie's is worse than Jose's. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you're looking at it now, like this whole thing where this is the United way and counter-attacking football, Man United have never been a counter-attacking team. They've been a team that have counter-attacked well. Do you know what I mean? And aggressively. Do you know what I mean? But they were always aggressive, in possession and out of possession. Now, we're passive out of possession, and in possession, we're not really aggressive either. The build-up play is so slow.
Yeah.
It's not even direct.
It's not even direct, just passing from side to side. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's horrible.
That's one of the worst things in it. If you're gonna be rigid like that when you've got the ball, yeah, you it almost doesn't make any sense, innit? Even me saying it makes me laugh, innit? It's like if you're that rigid and that means you're trying to play the possession game, innit? But we're not playing the possession game. So it don't make sense.
Bro, I'm telling bro, you're saying this. Bro, you see how rigid man is? Even from how we play out from the back, yeah? We did the same thing under Van Gaal. But the difference is we knew how to play that because he had them playing these triangles around the pitch. Smalling was stepping out into midfield, popping it off. Like we were playing triangles and we were monopolizing possession and we keeping the ball. We play out from the back with players like Wan-Bissaka, Harry Maguire, Lindelof that aren't good on the ball, Luke Shaw. Like they're not good on the ball and also they're not confident. Smalling was confident to play out from the back under LVG because he was doing it week in, week out. Do you know what I'm saying? So we're trying to play a system that Ollie's clearly not coaching. Like we conceded a goal against Tottenham because we tried to play out from the back here and lost the ball in the edge of our own area. That never happened under LVG once.
Yeah.
Not even once.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And Chris Smalling's worse on the ball than Harry Maguire and Bailly. Allegedly. Do you know what I mean? Chris Smalling don't get into the England team because he's not good on the ball, apparently. He's better on the ball than Harry Maguire.
He don't get in the team, but Maguire's in the England team, which I know we're going to talk about England in a second, but that's another thing that don't make no sense.
But there you go. So the whole thing's a shambles. To answer the chat now, would Sancho have suited Poch's system? No. However, Poch would have made it work, innit? Like Sancho could have done for us, yeah. You'd probably end up playing on the left like what Son did for Tottenham, but my man doesn't play with wingers. Poch doesn't play with wingers. He never really has. Do you know what I'm saying? That's not really his thing. Do you know what I mean? So it was one of them ones, but who wouldn't want fucking Jadon Sancho though? You know them ones when it's like suited and that. When you've got a player like Sancho, like
bro, you just work it out, innit?
You work it out, bro.
It's like the Gareth Bale to Tottenham thing is like Gareth Bale. Tottenham don't play like in a suited style that necessarily instantly works for Gareth Bale, but they will make it work. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think Man United, that Sancho deal should have happened anyway. Whether or not Man United playing a formation that suits Sancho, or whether or not Poch, which is the manager who we hope to get, was gonna work him in the right way or not, is another story. Now we got to wait another year. Do you know what I'm saying? To get him, which is mad.
I don't think we'll get him now. Liverpool will come in for him next season and he'll go there. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones. The Klopp system going in from Dortmund is perfect.
Yeah, of course.
It's perfect. Liverpool get Sancho, they'll win the league again. Do you know what I mean? But one thing, like to answer the super chat, what Pochettino will give you, like I had George on here the other day. He's a Tottenham fan. And like he reminded people, bro, like man was playing Christian Eriksen from the right sometimes, Dele Alli from the left. These guys are not wingers, bro. Like, so what you'll probably see is you'll see a midfield of Donny van der Beek, Bruno Fernandes, and Paul Pogba all in there. There'll be 5 of the 3 players, and then probably Fred will be the other guy sitting there. And then on the left, it could be anyone, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what you'll probably see. That's what you'll probably see from him because that's what he does. He doesn't play out and out wingers, but he likes his wide players. There were times where Kieran Trippier was looking at David Beckham, bro. He's getting down that byline and whipping in crosses. Him and Danny Rose. Them two were looking like Cafu and Roberto Carlos one season.
Bro, he even made Davis look good at the back. Do you know what I'm saying? He was making all the players in that Tottenham squad during that era was good. He made look good in it. You know what I'm saying? He got the most out of them. And that's why a lot of people kept saying that term, Spurs went as far as they could, because that team was maxed out in terms of how well they were playing and how good individually they all were. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he made them all achieve as much as they could, you could say, in it at that point. Yeah. So Ollie's not doing that with the Man United team that we've got. This team is still okay, Sancho or not. This team's still okay enough to achieve something. Do you know what I'm saying?
Facts, absolutely. So when we look at the Pochettino thing, I heard not too long ago that obviously United basically had him on almost like a retainer in it. But I didn't know how credible that was. But then when I saw that there were jobs going at clubs that I was sure that Poch was going to take and he didn't take, after him previously coming out and saying he's ready to come back to football, you lot saw that. He made a comment and he's like, I'm ready to come back to work now. and then I think Bayern and Juventus were both available, and he didn't end up there. And I thought he was a sure thing for Juventus. Do you know what I mean? When I saw Juve, I thought, yo, Poch is going to go there. He's going to win the league. That's it. Fuck. And he did. And then Pirlo. So I'm like, there's no way I don't believe for a second that Poch was offered that job. And then, there's no way Pirlo was first choice. He couldn't have been.
For real. Then I was worried when the Barca job came up for grabs, and I was hoping he wouldn't go there.
But he said that he wouldn't.
Yeah, he wouldn't. He said he wouldn't. So, I feel like Poch, to go to a club in the league, he will go to a club that's bigger than Spurs. Like, of course, because he's an ambitious manager. Everyone knows that. And obviously, he's not going to go to Arsenal. Do you know what I'm saying? So it really boils down to the only other reality. The only other spots that are going to be available is probably Chelsea or Man United in the next year. Do you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
That's. Do you know what I'm saying? We're just waiting for. He's waiting for that spot, innit? He's waiting for the slot to open.
I think so, and I honestly think that it's only between us and Chelsea where he could really go in it. And I think that Lampard's not going to get sacked before Oli. So I know if Lampard did get sacked, they'll be all over. They'll be all over Pochettino. Do you know what I'm saying? They'll be all over him. So it's one of them ones where I think we're definitely going to get him. Someone's saying, oh, he might go Man City next season. That'd be a very good move for him because he'd clean up, mate. You give Pochettino money, it's a problem.
It would.
Like proper money. He'd clean up there.
And this is the reason why from now, I would hope that someone in Man United is already talking to Poch, like undisclosed, you know what I'm saying? Them unofficial talks, you know what I'm saying? Sending that high on WhatsApp and that, do you know what I'm saying? What's going on? Do you know what I'm saying? Like start that conversation, because you don't want to wait until Man United are about to get rid of Oli, because again, he may have his eyes moved to somewhere else. There's going to be a lot of other opportunities that may open up in Europe. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of sackings may happen in the next 3 to 4 months. So Man United needs to start that move now. Do you know what I mean? And we all know that happens in football. How many times have we seen a manager get sacked and 24 hours later, a new manager's come in? That's it.
Yeah.
You know so this happens all the time.
Mourinho and LVG, and the thing is, there's no smoke without fire with Manchester United. As soon as they don't spend money in a window, and players you start hearing murmuring. Usually that means Ollie's getting sacked, innit? The same thing happened with LVG and Jose. The same thing happened with Moyes and LVG, bro. United, when they're ready, Ed Woodward is a bastard. The one thing I've always said about Ed Woodward is, he'll always throw someone else under the bus to save himself every time. You know, every time. As soon as the heat gets too much on him and Glazers and Woodward out trending and that, new manager will come in. And I genuinely believe that they're not going to bring Pochettino in, with the tough run that we have coming up. They'll wait for Oli to hang himself in these up-and-coming games, and then they'll bring in Poch when he's got a nice little run after those games. And this comment, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. But I don't think Man United are smart enough to do that.
Boy, all I'm going to say is we'll see, innit? We'll see what happens by the time Poch comes in, if he comes in, innit? Because Man United if this was I would love to be confident that Poch will be coming to Man United, innit? But I don't know, like Woodward, like you said, he might try and stick with Oli until Christmas, do you know what I'm saying? Which will be far too late. And I'm hoping not, because by then Man United are going to be out of everything, bro. We could be out of everything by then. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's true. We could be in the Europa League by the time Pochettino comes in, bro.
We might even get slapped by Everton still in the league.
But I think that Everton are gonna punch us up, bro. I honestly do. I really, bruv. Everton are better than us as it stands.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? They are as it stands, bro. They are. And like my man said, LVG made Paddy McNair, Tyler Blackett, and these men look decent, bro. And now these men are not even playing in the top 3 leagues in England. Do you see what I mean? So when man are saying how bad our players are, you've got to understand that the system is everything, bro. Man saying our LVG finished 6th and that, bro, he finished 6th. He gave over 20 debuts, as a Man United manager. Yeah. That's unbelievable. Like, that's unbelievable, bro.
Now we've just gone backwards, innit? Like, bro, like it's mad, because 7 years ago, Man United had David Moyes, and we thought that is the rock bottom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now, 7 years later, Man United's got a manager who's been ready. you know what I'm saying? Like even with the Moyes thing was outrageous for him to come in, but at least the man was a stable Premier League manager in it that actually took Everton to the next level. Like it had some intelligence to it. Do you know what I'm saying? Not full, but it has some intelligence. This whole appointment was so wild, yeah, it's mad. When you just think about it, it's so wild. Such a wild appointment. But that's it.
It's a mad thing.
I'm starting to think that Ryan Giggs interim when he won like 4 games in a row at the end of the season probably gave them hope that these legends
and the little James Wilson debut and that, like, do you know what I mean? The customary Man United DNA, give a fucking youngster a run out. Where's Wilson now, blood?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Playing Johnson's Pate trophies and them thing there, bro.
Straight.
Get out of here, man. Do you know what I mean? You man slapped the like button. We got 2.6k in here. Someone said all the backroom stuff needs to dust when Oli goes, and I couldn't agree more. Like I said, bro, them man there, no direction, fam. That's what they are, some washed up boy band. Them, bro, feeling, yeah, with the pro direct shorts, like them man are saying, Oli, do you know what I'm saying? Michael Carrick, he's failed under Jose and Oli. He shouldn't be kept on.
Yeah.
Like put him in the youth team or something. Let him go and be Nicky Butt's assistant or something. Yeah. Shouldn't be in the first team. What does he do? Kieran McKenna, again? Like, cool. Nah, you don't need to be there. Poch always comes with his own guys, like George said. Do you know what I mean? So, so George said he will always come in with his full backroom staff. So there's no chance. Do you know what I mean? There's absolutely no chance that he comes in and he doesn't bring his own guys. So I think he's definitely coming in. I think it's no secret that what's his name's a big admirer of him. Ed Woodward. It's no secret, innit? Like even when he was at Tottenham. Because remember when we were linked with Poch before, and Tottenham's press officer, I know for a fact, was forbidding Pochettino to talk about the United links. And I
remember even at one point that they asked him direct, and he just started laughing. He couldn't even say no. You could tell his interest, bro. Like
Do you know what I'm saying? The press officer told these guys, you can't talk about Manchester United here, bruv. You cannot. Bruv, De Bruyne laughed and was just like, what you want back to say, innit? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, where do I sign? Poch is definitely speaking to the club.
And with no disrespect to Oli, bro, like one of the good things about Poch, if we're categorizing him and Oli as young managers, yeah, bro, Poch is unbelievably ambitious, innit? Unbelievably. And Oli strikes, and this ain't me being harsh to Oli. This is just the way he even comes across himself, bro. He's more of a I'm happy to be here sort of manager. Like he's not an ambition. He ain't got the ambition, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, someone sent me a video yesterday of him last year when we played Man City, and I'm gonna send it to you after this, yeah. And he said something like, do you remember he says that like, when Man City play their best team, it shows you're going places. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he says stuff like that, and it's like, bro, Poch is the sort of manager that will get to a final, lose or something, and be deeply upset, bro. Who have nightmares. Do you know what I'm saying? Fuming. Whereas Oli would be like, we got to the final, not bad. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? And that's a huge difference. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have the ambition, and that's one of the biggest problems that maybe David Moyes had. He weren't ambitious enough. He weren't the man. He needed to rise up to that level of stature. Poch ain't won nothing. I get it. Yeah. He has not won anything, but he acts like a manager that is elite. Do you know what I'm saying?
Facts, bro.
That's a different
chat here from LJ, the Athletic and Duncan Castle, who I'm sure Duncan Castle gets briefed by their club all the time, said United like him. The board and stuff have been in contact. Of course. Yeah. Of course they have. I was told that they paid him money not to take another job.
That makes sense. But then, bro, another part of me is like, if that's the case, then why don't we just get it over and done with, innit? Like, what are you waiting for?
Do you know what I mean? They're waiting for a nice run of games, though. They did the same thing before.
Well, like a nice run of games, and then you get slapped.
So you can come in, and do you know what I mean? The morale boosts, and then we've got a nice run, so we can beat. Because there's no point bringing in Poch to play against PSG and them things there straight away, like, and then he comes in and it's all like at the beginning, man, are losing games, or do you know what I mean?
You really think Ollie's that close to getting sacked? Yeah.
Yeah, bro. This run of games is gonna finish him, bro. This run of games is gonna do him, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where I think the writing's on the wall. I said to you guys before the season started, Ollie's gonna be gone by Christmas. I said it. Do you know what I'm saying? Categorically, I could feel it in my bones, bro, because we stumbled over the line after lockdown, and we've been playing shit for a while, Akeem. Even though we've been getting results, we've been playing rubbish, innit? I knew it wouldn't work. I knew it wouldn't hold out.
Yeah,
like, do you know what I mean?
Bro, you take away the penalties, bro. We've lost. I saw a stat. If you take the penalties away, we would have lost like 10 of the last 16 games or something, bro.
Yeah,
bro, that's mad. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's terrible.
Bro, it's a mad thing.
Them penalties has got us out of trouble, bro. Those penalties have kept him in the job, innit?
Oh, for sure. Nah, Bruno's penalties.
Yeah,
you know them ones there. But that's what I'm saying, bro. Definitely. Will Poch be backed? Yes, he will. Just like every other manager gets backed at Man United, especially in their first season. I've said it before. Like, when you look at Ollie, Ollie hasn't been at the club for 2 years and he spent more money than LVG. Man can't say that Ollie ain't been backed, bruv, because Ollie bought Bruno in and the Van de Beek money as well, and the 40 million that got spent. We spent about 50, 60 mil on deadline day or something like that. So Ollie spent must be around 250, nearly 300 million now. He spent money. You know what I'm saying? He spent 130 just on Maguire and Wan-Bissaka. Do you know what I mean? Dan James has come in. Do you know what I mean? Fucking
that's the thing as well, because I know under Pop, Wan-Bissaka will be cold.
Yeah, he would improve massively because he would have to.
Straight.
To. Do you know what I'm saying? Super Chat, Poch would definitely compete, but of course he would, because this is the conversation he's in as a manager. When you're looking at Ollie cannot take us to that level because he's not in the conversation.
Yeah.
That's the facts. Do you know what I mean? Like Ancelotti, Pot. Look at these four here. Yeah, these man are the top managers in the league in terms of what they've achieved in their career. I think Jose is not what he was, but Jose is still a top manager, innit? He's just not as good as he was. Pep is a top manager, but he's starting to get found out now. Do you know what I'm saying? Ancelotti is just an absolute genius anyway, and he has been his whole career. And Klopp is the best manager in the world. So, do you know what I mean? The fact that Pochettino hasn't won anything, yeah, and he's in the conversation with all these men, that tells you how high his ceiling is potentially if he's at the right club.
Bro, trust me. And the levels are high now in the Premier League. Like, you got, if the managers were a tier group, like Ollie's bottom tier at the moment, and that's again.
No, he's there with Scott Parker, bruv, sitting there eating a chip butty, bruv.
Straight up, bro, like chip
butty, fam.
Chip butty in that, you know,
with no salt, blood, just dried chips.
Them deep fried Mars bars and that for dessert and that. That's what he's eating. But bro, like, that's true, because there's still managers like Nuno. There's managers like Bielsa. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's top managers in this thing now. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a tough one for Ollie, but this is where he's just slightly out of his depth, and maybe there's a good chance for him just to step down in it. I just think this international break's a perfect opportunity, but he's not going to do it. We know he's not.
Facts. Are you, man? 2.7 watching. Slap the like button. Let's get us to 1,000 likes. Mods, what are we on? Obviously, it's international break. England. If Jack Grealish don't start the next game, bruv, I swear down, bruv, well, I hate Southgate, bruv.
Apparently, he's not starting. That's the rumor, isn't it? But
bruv, you see, when I was gassing up here, Jack Grealish, a man were like, "Oh, he's not that good." Are you mad, bro? Are you mad? Jack Grealish is cold blood. Cold. Man can't chat to me about Grealish, bruv. He's cold. You see what man's doing?
You know what? That's the benefit of what you have when you have someone on the out there on the left here who substitutes. This is why it's not always just about pace. People who that front line, yeah. Everyone at the moment, like what we were just talking about 20 minutes ago, about everyone just focuses on the same things. Every team tries to play the same. Yeah, when you have a team where everyone just red arrows, just runs fast, every man just runs fast and does the same thing. There's not enough intelligence, and there's not enough good football brains in that attacking line to unravel some of these defenses, and that's what Jack Grealish has. that a lot of men don't have. Unfortunately,
so intelligent, bro. He drew the most fouls in the league, bro, because he's so smart. He knows how to use his body, when to drop the shoulder, when to cut across people. He's so smart, bro.
Bro, at the end of last season, I watched nearly every Villa game in it because a lot of them were televised, in it, bro. A lot of the games, man didn't even assist or score, but people didn't understand the intelligence of how important he was. Even at that point last season, he was getting criticized, like, oh, he's not doing enough. Like, bro, he does so much for that team. Yeah, that is the definition of carrying on and off the field, innit? And I respect and rate him because man stayed at the club when he could have gone 2 years ago. He stayed at the club when they didn't get promoted and he was still in the championship. Man bossed it in the championship, got them promoted, and still killed it this season. Even though they just survived relegation,
yeah,
he was still easily their best player. And now this season, when their team's slightly better now, their squad's better, they're starting to blend into their system and get used to it. Now you're seeing how good he can be. And that's for Villa. Imagine what he could be for Man United.
And again, he would have been a perfect Pochettino player in that 4-2-3-1, bruv. Him and Bruno and Pogba all in the same team. It would have worked, bruv.
Yeah, but it would have meant Rashi wouldn't be playing.
Yeah, so what, bruv? You know, so what, bruv? You know, like that. Who cares, bruv? He could be the Lucas Moura, blood. Just come on and do a little bit of pace and power thing. You know them ones, PMPFC and that, bruv. Get out of here, man. Do you know what I mean? Big up the super chat. USA in the building. Oli was sacked. Well, people are missing that these players are not going to hit the ground running. Exactly. Which is why let Oli take the beatings from these other teams and then bring Poch in after. Because man ain't going to hit the ground running. We're not going to hit the ground running, man. There's too many other factors, bro. We still got Pogba recovering from COVID. Do you know what I mean? We've got other things that have been going on. Like the players aren't up and running.
You know, when we're talking about international break, yeah? Before we even talk about the squad quickly, do you think this was a good time for the break because we just got battered, or do you think it's the opposite? You wish there was another game following up?
I think it was a good time because the morale's so low. Like, I saw videos of like Pogba going into Clairefontaine and that. I saw videos of like Donny in the Dutch team with his mates smiling after being pissed that he's been brought on in extra time for United and stuff. I think that a lot of the players need to go back around in a place where they're actually happy. Do you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of these men are not happy right now.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? Martial got sent off because he lost his head because he's not happy. Bruno gave away a penalty a couple games ago because he lost his head. He's not happy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of men are just not happy, bro. It's obvious that Ollie's lost the dressing room for anyone that really cares to watch the game. Bruno normally plays as a second striker behind Martial and he's giving away pens. Like, what was he doing back there? Because he got pissed off and ran back like, you fucking idiots ain't doing your job. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it is. Like, these guys, these guys have lost their heads. A lot of them have lost their heads.
So the breaks are a good thing for us, isn't it? Like, it's always a hard one with these breaks because sometimes when you're on bad form, you want another game so you can quickly turn it around. And sometimes the opposite. If you're on good form, you don't want the break to come in it. But I think in Man United's case, we can only be good. It can only be good for the break. I think a lot of players didn't go on international break. Some did, like Maguire, which don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Boy, let's just see if they come back better than they did before.
When is the England thingy majigs coming out?
What, the squad for the game? What, 9-11?
Yeah.
It'll be an hour before the game, and let me see what time the game's on. Because there's 3 games in 7 days, isn't it? So
okay.
There's a lot of games because they're having to squeeze it all in.
Yeah, that's all a bit of a mad thing. Big up for the super chats. Is James being overplayed into oblivion, expecting to become a robber like saying? I don't think he was managed well. Dan James is trash, bruv. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, England is playing tomorrow. Sorry, tomorrow against Wales still. So 8 p.m. So 7 p.m. tomorrow. The lineup's going to be. So Dan James is going to be playing against against England tomorrow still.
Fair enough. That'll be all right, bruv. He won't do anything. Do you know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna do now. And big up everyone. How many likes have we got? We must have done 1,000. We must have done 1,000. My man said the show elite as always. Now, big up everyone for the interaction, man. You man have absolutely been going in for me. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Man's on 1.1 million views already. Probably gonna hit 2 million views this month, which is fucking mental, innit? So love to all of you, man. There, do you know what I'm saying? I fucking love this show, man. That needs big up on Cheekysport. Only United fan on there. Yeah, brother. Yeah, Big J is he's an op still.
Yeah, bro. He's a neutral.
He's an op, bruv. I think United have broken him, and now he's just like he's Skip Bayless now, blood. He's a hater, bruv. He just hates the club, bruv. I think the club have literally turned him heel, blood. You know them.
Straight up, boy.
That's what it is. So it's all a bit of a mad one. You know them ones. 1K likes. You man done it again. Do you know what I mean? Big up you man. Flipping top show as always, man. Like you man always riding out for the guy. My football kits come out on the weekend. Also my league starts this weekend as well. So there's gonna be football content from my team, weekly highlights, and also there's gonna be full highlights from the league, and there's also gonna be highlights from the individual games as well. So I got more different types of content coming for you guys as well, man. So we'll have these shows. But also, you're going to get to see my team play, man, which is going to be sick. I'm looking forward to this weekend's game. We're playing against one of the best teams in the league in our first match. Do you know what I'm saying? So I can't wait. I'm super up for it. We got takers. They're a good team. Last time we played them, I think we lost 2-1 to them, but we battered them. It was one of them ones where we conceded a stupid penalty and we should have beat them. And we played at their ground. We didn't get to play the return leg at our ground because the league got called off. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to the game. And you, man, have absolutely smashed it. Absolutely smashed it, man. And where's this thing says bring Balassi on? I spoke to Yannick the other day. He is going to come on. He's sorting out his personal life at the moment. You don't know that he's not really playing at Everton and he's sorting that out, innit? So man has to sort that out and then he'll definitely come on here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
but obviously the whole Balassi thing as well is like, again, he's good. That's one of the benefits of social media now, isn't it? Is that that players get a chance to just now straight off the cuff say what's really going on in it, rather than just these stories that are coming up about injuries and all that. And I know Jack Wilshere, obviously beyond the banter in it, has come out with a statement even saying man's been fit for 8 months. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas everyone thought, the whole world thought he was just injured, innit?
Yeah.
You know? So
yeah, he hasn't been injured.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because everyone thought man was injured. In fact, I even spoke about it in July, saying like, is he still injured? But he's been fit the whole time,
and he's been training, bro. Because like he's been sending me clips from like training, and I'm seeing what he's doing to man, and it's a joke. Do you know what I mean? So he's fit and he's twisting man up. But remember, they signed Iwobi and that. You know them ones. For me, Iwobi can't chat to Yannick, bro. But it's one of them ones. Iwobi's probably on more money. Do you know what I mean? And that's what football is. You know what I mean? Whoever's on the most money, it's a hierarchy thing. I will be in better than Yannick. Like, no way.
No chance.
Do you know what I mean? So it's just one of them ones where there's hierarchies in football due to
it's hierarchy and it's favoritism as well. A lot of
that's it.
If you're not favored or you're not liked by the executive team and the board, like that means even when managers change, you're still not favored, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? When these managers come in, they're gonna talk to especially when a foreign manager comes in, like a Carlo. Do you know what I'm saying? He'll be sitting with some of the coaches that are still at the club and some of the execs, and they'll be given a rundown on all of the squad on their opinion. Do you know what I'm saying? And they'll instill that opinion on the new manager. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's what happens.
And this is it. And to be fair, Carlo's cool. There's always politics. Do you know what I mean? But he's had nothing but positive things to say about Carlo, bro. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. He said he's a top man in it. But ultimately, at football clubs, sometimes the managers don't even choose who plays. You know them ones. Sometimes it's above their head. Like, I don't believe for 1 second, that Ozil's not playing at Arsenal because of Arteta. I believe that the guys above him said, right, like, he's not playing. You know them ones there. Because remember the whole controversy with Ozil and the China thing, and all of a sudden he's not playing no more.
Yeah.
Bro, so I wouldn't be surprised for sponsorship reasons or something. The owners probably said, you know what, he can't play no more because, like I'm saying, we've got fans in here, and he can't play.
You know them ones. The sponsor will be like, if you play him, we'll just pull out, or we might pull out. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it don't make no sense that he's not playing, bro. Like even in League Cup games, man's not even playing. That's how you know it's a joke, innit? Like even if it was League Cup games, and if I was an Arsenal fan, I would still be questioning why is he not in the squad for the Premier League. But when he's not playing at the league at League Cups, bro, nah, you're mocking. That's a mockery, or something's going on in it.
That's it. So there you go. So that's what it is, guys. You got to understand there's politics in football. Yannick's only had one serious injury his whole career. So this injury prone thing's a myth, innit?
Just a myth.
You know what I mean? You can see what Maguire said to Rashi. Yeah, we spoke about what Maguire said to Rashford. Maguire's a waste of space, man. Do you know what I mean? He actually is. He's not. When there was the sending off and Rashford was basically losing his head and Maguire was kind of just. Have you not seen the video? I retweeted it.
Oh yeah. You're talking about that video, yeah. I thought you said something else after it. Okay, yeah, man. Well, Maguire, I'm. You know what? I'm tired of some of these man even talking about them, like Maguire and flipping Luke Shaw, like just mad in it. You know what I'm saying? And the funniest thing about it is that these are the two players. Maguire's one of the players that Man United should be looking to. That he's the most expensive. He costs £80 million. Do you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
at the moment, it seems like he's been a massive disappointment on and off the pitch. But we hope that he gets better. That's the mad thing. As much as we criticize him, we still hope he gets better because he needs to get better.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I'm saying? So hopefully he has a good England call up. I want to quickly ask you before
we head out. Make sure you keep slapping the likes and make sure you keep subscribing, guys. I think I need 800 to reach 50k. Okay, less than 800. I've just seen it. Like 700 to reach 50k. So make sure that you're subscribing.
Yes, man. Hit the subscribe button, man. Yeah, I was just saying. So obviously the big talk is the England #1. Yeah, jersey in it. Like
Henderson.
Is Henderson, Pope, or Jordan Pickford in it?
I've got inside information on that, but I'm not gonna say who it was from. But I know the reason why Pickford gets played is because they're saying that he's the most experienced in big tournaments and he always performs for England. So Gareth Southgate is pretty much overlooking his club form and just picking him purely based on the fact that he's the most experienced.
What do you think about that?
I think it's bullshit. I think that you see the international scene, I think that it should always be picked on merit. It should be picked on form. The way Calvert-Lewin's playing now, he's in the England squad. That's how it should be. If Danny Ings is banging in goals, you bring Danny Ings. Do you know what I mean? You bring the informed players because you play in tournaments. Tournaments are about form. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not club team. They don't play together week in, week out. So what's the point in keeping the same players in an international team?
Yeah.
You have to pick the best players at the time. Do you see what I'm saying? You can't be like, oh yeah, but he always does well for England. Fuck that. You're not playing for your club.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And you know what? The thing is, though, about Pickford, yeah, people say that he's never let them down. He's never let them down with a mistake that has caused the goal, yeah? That's true. But he has done a few dodgy things for England still. He has. He just got away with it. It's not turned into a goal. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, innit? But I do know that he's going to end up probably, like you just said, starting Pickford for that reason. I think Pope is unfortunate that Pope plays in a team that doesn't spend any money and is quite average, to be honest with you. But he's proven in the last couple of years that he's stable. And even if people don't want Henderson to play, which I'll be real in it, Henderson is the player that I would have it as #1 in it. But I understand that Henderson has forfeited that opportunity in it because he's now #2 at Man United. You can't be #1 goalkeeper for England and be #2.
I don't think he's going to be #2 for very long, though.
Yeah, well, until he becomes #1, I don't think Henderson should even expect to be keeper. I think, to be fair, Pope deserves a shot in it. I think he's been stable for the last 2 or 3 years. Yeah, he almost made an error the other day, but I think Pope ahead of Pickford should definitely start 100%.
Couldn't agree more. Do you know what I mean? But we need to get Pickford out a goal for England. We need to, innit? Like, as long as he's in goal, it shows that the England team's not picked on merit.
Yeah.
And, bruv, if you're seeing this brother in goal, you're losing your mind, innit? Like, as an England player. You are.
But what do you think of Pickford?
He's rubbish. Them man said he was good with his feet. That was the talk. But it's like man's got T-Rex arms, blood. Like man's just missing. Like, bro, he gets packed all the time, bro. And his kicking's not even that good either. Pickford's horrible, bro. He's horrible. Do you know what I mean? He's Joe Hart all over again.
Yeah.
So I don't understand it. I do not understand it, bro. And clearly he likes him. So
this is what every England team does, isn't it? Unfortunately, it goes into a cycle where when you turn into a certain level of seniority and age or cap, you're almost like a fixture in the team, in the squad. It's like just because he's now one of the most experienced. I saw someone say, in fact, it's not even someone. Apparently, last night, Harry Kane called a meeting with all the experienced players that are fixtures in the team to discuss players' ethics, the way players are around the squad. Obviously, because of what's happened the other day with Chilwell and Tammy, and apparently,
what happened with Chilwell and Tammy?
You know them man going to party and all of that, whatever.
And like the what do you want to call it? Like what happened with Mason and that? Was that separate?
So apparently Harry Kane and Pickford and a couple of others all met up separately and
the old boys club, innit? That's what it is.
Discuss how to teach the youngers to be better.
Fuck off, man. You know them ones. You're not going out drawing gal because you're butters, blood. Or else you'd be out there with the man them. You know, like that, brother, is what it is, isn't it? Come on now. Mason Mount and them man there on a sweet boy thing out there chatting to girls, bruv. You're not invited because you're dead food. That's what it really is, bruv. Why are you trying to go on like it's a big man thing? It's not that deep.
But that's it. But unfortunately, I think Southgate is going to look at it like, yeah, we need Harry Kane and Pickford fixtures in the team.
But that's why Pickford's still there. It's the seniority. Yeah. That's the only reason why he's still there. But sometimes ability has to come in. Do you know what I mean? You have to know when to say goodbye to certain man, innit? And that's what being a manager is. It's about having the balls to say no. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You have to do it, bro. Like even with my side, I've got 28 man in my squad, yeah, and I'm allowed to bring 16 players for the league game, bro. Man, I've got five subs, roll in, roll off, bro. So now I've got to tell like 12 man that they're not in the squad for Sunday. And some of them are my friends that I went to school with, I played in the football academy with, and I'm telling them they're not coming, bro. Like, you have to do that, innit?
Oh, that's it. It's as simple as that, bro. And it's like all these players, if they're professionals, which they are, they understand that. Like, and like you said, bro, it's all about merit with England teams, with any international team in it. Just like I will be annoyed if I was an England defender and Harry Maguire starts any of these next. I know there's 3 games. If
he's been terrible, we should be nowhere near the team.
Bro, exactly. If he starts even one of these 3 games, bro, I think that's unfair to every other centre back in England, bro, because he has not been better than any of these other defenders that's there. And that's not me cussing Maguire. It's just facts. But unfortunately, because he's Man United's captain, he will start one of these games. Do you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
No wonder certain man just bin the international football and just leave it and just say, you know what, man will just do club football. Because I know Smalling's probably just like, you know what, whatever. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro, why do you think Jamie Vardy retired? Because he's like, bro, Harry Kane's the main man. I'm not coming to travel with these man here to come on for 20 minutes here and there. I'm Jamie Blood Clot Vardy, bro.
Straight up. Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Bro, there was times man came on. There was times the man was in the squad and he had less minutes than certain other man, like Callum Wilson and that. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, bro, man's look at the amount of goals man scored for the last 4 years, and you're not even putting me on. And you're putting on Callum Wilson. Again, no respect to him, but it's just true, innit?
That's what it is. International football's a mazza. Super chat here. I don't like the 4-4-2 diamond at all. Point blank, period. I don't like it. Do you know what I mean? Only very few managers can coach that system. Zidane's being one of the only managers I've ever seen coach that system well. I watched Brazil play that formation in 2002 because it's Brazil and they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. Do you know what I mean? But the 4-4-2 diamond is something either you need to have loads of amazing players to make it work, like Brazil did, with like Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Robinho, do you know what I'm saying, and Rivaldo, or you need a very, very good manager like Zidane and very high-flying fullbacks, bruv, to be able to play that formation. And we don't have the width to play that formation. We can't rely on Wan-Bissaka to provide width. Tellez, yes. Wan-Bissaka, no.
I don't even know, and I feel like Man United's just got to deal with the facts, innit? And certain man like Rashford is they're not going to get dropped, innit? So Man United's just got to build a formation that works with players like Rashford Bruno. Rashford and Bruno are starters, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they're just going to start under Ollie anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? Under Ollie, until Ollie leaves, them two are never going to get dropped ever. Do you know what I'm saying? No chance.
Fact.
No chance.
There you go. And big up Chris Hughton as well. Before we leave,
once
about
again,
time.
Once again, innit? You know what I'm saying? What he's done. I think someone had a stat about he's been promoted. He's got a team promoted like 2 or 3 times or something. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, his record just shows that he should be at elite level in the English game. But hopefully now, when I'm going to be looking at the Championship this season and hoping that Nottingham Forest does something. Do you know what I'm saying? Because
bro, if he got the job instead of Pearson, because he was him and Pearson for the job at Watford, yeah, bro, he might have kept them up.
For real.
Do you know what I'm saying? And it goes like that. So man wishes him all the best. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And it would be great to see what he does. But he's a top manager. He's a disrespected manager. And there's a lot of managers like that do decent jobs, and because they're not at big teams, it gets overlooked. Do you know what I'm saying? What the manager is doing right now is brilliant. He's a very promising young manager, bro. Promising. It's a mad thing. Do you know what I'm saying? It's going under the radar right now, but come the end of the season, man will be talking about him for manager of the season. He'll be up there if they continue to play the way they're playing right now. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's football, man. Sometimes it's not the players you've got. And we're seeing that with all these other managers, you know. So it'd be interesting to see how Wilder does in the second season.
Yeah, because he's struggling right now.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's struggling just because he didn't get the right, bro. Sometimes the transfer window makes or breaks your season, innit? And I feel like people like them, Burnley as well, they had a bad window, innit? You know what I mean? They didn't do enough or didn't do anything at all. Do you know what I'm saying? They didn't get the man in that they needed. And that's it. Other clubs have has improved. And you can see the correlation already at the start of this season. The teams that have done poorly in this window, and I'm not saying necessarily spent the least, but just done poorly in general, bro, they're the ones who are struggling right now.
Fact.
I'm saying.
That's it, man. So there's always correlation between these things. Do you know what I mean? So like it'd be very interesting.
The likes of Palace, who have had a good window, you know what I'm saying? They've just done their business. Do you know what I mean? They've got in who they needed.
And big up Roy Hodgson as well, blood, because I like to make fun of him because he looks funny and that, but bruv, he stabilized them.
Yes, bro, straight up. And let's not forget, bro, there was times, like I said, when Zaha didn't score for 9 or 10 games, bro, or in all competitions, and they were still winning. Do you know what I'm saying?
He's built a unit that doesn't rely on one player, and and Palace were built around Zaha before, and now they're not.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So now, big up Roy Hodgson, and all the unsung heroes, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? What do you think of again, bro? Brighton's coach, bad boy.
Yeah.
Fam, come on now. You know them on the bad boy manager.
He kept hold of Lamptey as well. He kept hold of him,
bro. Bad boy manager.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
The standards of managers has gone up now, bro. Like, it's high in the Premier League now, bro. There's hardly any bad managers now. You know what I mean?
Facts. Do you know what I mean? Newcastle have done well, and I've said that many times about Steve Bruce. Do you know what I mean? Done really well. Do you know what I'm saying? So now, man, the standard of managing and coaching is gone up.
Hasenhutl's done well. Do you know what I'm saying?
Another good manager. There's a lot of good managers, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, even Farco was a good manager. He's gone down, but he was a good manager. The football he had these players playing, he had no right to do that. You know what I'm saying? You give him some good players, he does things. So the standard of coaching in the Premier League is very high. That's why Oli cannot survive here. You know what I'm saying? Big up everyone here. Now there's no show later. There's 2 shows tomorrow. Me and Saeed at 7 p.m. and DG and Matisse at 1 p.m. So we got DJ and Matisse 1 p.m. Saeed in the evening at 7. It's international break, so
for the England game.
Yeah, that's it. So there's what do you call it? Yeah, there's international break, so we're just gonna do the show just before the England game. And yeah, tonight, I got stuff to do. I'm not in the yard. So.
And James, aka the new Ryan Giggs.
You know what I mean? So I'm out tonight, so people can catch up with this show. This show's done record numbers today. You know what I mean? I think we nearly on 3,000 watching live. So so I had a record for record for Turkish show yesterday, record for this show today. Do you know what I mean? And that's testament to obviously the quality of the man them that are coming on the channel, and also the fact that my channel's growing rapidly. So do you know what I'm saying? It's a good time, guys. So man appreciates everything. Man appreciates the support, and we got so much content coming for you, man. Obviously, make sure you follow Akeem on the socials there. Make sure you subscribe to Cheekysport as well if you haven't already. Joel's putting out some funny ass content on his page as well.
Straight up.
On his Instagram. Do you know what I mean? Like the man them are doing bits, bro. You got anything else coming up?
Nah, bro, just keep supporting the boys, like you just said. Everything that's going on Rants' channel, it's hard, it's real. Do you know what I'm saying? It's direct. It says everything that you want to, that we're feeling at the time, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of the time it's acting like therapy out here. Do you know what I'm saying? It's much needed therapy a lot of the time.
This is what it is, bro.
Going on. So just keep supporting, innit? And obviously we'll be back next week.
That's it. Big up the mods as well. You man been doing a proper good job. You know them, man. So big up you, man. And my man Phil. Expressions is my brother. I don't know how many times man need to tell.
How many times you got to say?
I don't really know, innit? That's my little brother. Do you know what I'm saying? So big up the little bro always. Do you know what I mean? Make sure you check him out as well. You already know. You man know Expressions oozing already, fam. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure he'll have something out today. So yeah, man. Big up everyone. Like big up from Jamaica. Everyone there. You get me? Man's gonna catch you. Look, tomorrow we got 2 shows. So we got lunchtime and evening time. So man will catch you then.
Big.